Okay, I think we are live now.
We are live. We are
Yeah.
live at 1:26
So,
a.m. June 7th has proven to be a very great day when we look at the ICC T20 World Cup. It is a great day because David beats Goliath. And why I say David beats Goliath? Because the USA, a team made up of some engineers from Mumbai, an expat New Zealander, an under 19 captain who could have very well made it into the team but has not, and
yeah,
Antiguan Barbudan have managed to beat Pakistan. Pakistan has surrendered to the might of the USA in Dallas, and it's a repeat of 2007 all over again. Because if Pakistan loses to India and if USA continue on the same vein, then A1 is India, A2 might definitely be the USA. So, great day for cricket. Great that this result happened. It's good for the sport. But Pakistan, the question begs, what were they doing today in Dallas? They put up an under par total. Babar Azam playing cricket as if it's the ODIs of the 1990s. The bowling only got them into the contest, and yet they lost in the super over where they did not even know who their batters are going to be. They took 7 to 8 minutes to decide. And Mohammad Amir in the super over giving 8 extra runs. And how much did they win by? 6 runs. So, in that sense, Pakistan by USA is appropriate. And these kind of results are so obvious. 2022, losing to Zimbabwe by 1 run. Past other instances also, they have lost to other teams. So, it's a great day.
I just want to know, can you hear me?
yeah,
Yes,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
hear all the ambient sounds.
Are you feeling comfortable and nice, Siddharth?
Well, I
Uh,
have to be comfortable and nice. I mean, I have taken enough of medication to ensure that I am a bit comfortable.
Don't get up.
Well, what to do? I can't come tomorrow
No
also.
matter, no matter what happens, don't get up. That's it.
I'll prop
We are
my back.
live, we are not live. You just keep sitting. You just keep
It's
sitting.
I don't know
Don't
what
get up.
happened. Technology goes against me today. I don't know why.
It's not
Because
technology, it's physical movement which you can control fully. So don't get up. Don't get up. Keep sitting for the live. When we're done with the live, also keep sitting till the
I
time the
have
stream ends. Till the time the stream ends.
I have
Just keep
no other
sitting.
choice. I have no choice.
Siddharth, like the
But
USA, you were
don't get
supposed
up.
to hold it tight.
आप लोग मुझे you are all trying to put me down.
Huh?
I've just seen it. You,
We
Harshit,
want you
and
to
all.
stay down. Don't get up. That's exactly what I'm saying. We want you to stay down. Don't get
okay,
up.
in the words of Mr. Nikhil Nas that he said during our live on previous evening that we have to stay grounded.
Yes. Stay grounded. Stay on the
I am
ground
Yeah.
I am धरती
and
माता
don't
के हवाले यार. What more do you want me
don't
to do?
don't get. Okay, by the way, I
Is
may not be there with
Yeah.
you for very long. So,
Yeah.
quick
Yeah.
thoughts on that. I am just awaiting the boarding call for the flight, and I'll be boarding very soon. Next time I'll see you is going to be from New York. But I tell you what, I'm sitting in a lounge in the Delhi airport, and everyone was glued to the TV. Everyone was glued to the TV while the game was on. That is Pakistan, USA. And tell you what this game has done is brought the tournament alive. This is the 11th game of the
Yes.
tournament, and it's taken the 11th game to bring the tournament alive. And always, no matter what, trust in Pakistan. Trust in Pakistan to bring any tournament alive. You can have the most boring of the tournament, and Pakistan will play their first game and ensure that there is enough excitement in the entire tournament. And that's exactly what Pakistan has done. The other thing that I'd like to mention, I mean, I'm sure you'll go through the comedy of errors that they had throughout the game, starting with their fielding and all the analogies that you'll come up with their fielding. But the only thing I will tell in terms of the US team, I spoke to Monank Patel, the captain, just before this tournament started. And in that interview, which is up on Sports Today, he had said that, they're just not there to make up numbers. And they're playing like that. Their previous wins in the series versus Bangladesh weren't a fluke. They are a team that's looking good. The only thing I'll say, with all the criticism that has come towards USA right now for organizing a World Cup there, that if you want to spread cricket in the US, these are not the pitches. This is not the cricket that will bring cricket to the US. You're doing a disservice to the game. All of those criticism aside, USA cricket team has ensured, the team itself has ensured that they will bring cricket alive to USA. Their cricket has spoken. You can complain about the pitch, you can complain about the organization, you can complain about people not turning up, but USA's cricket team has said, we will bring cricket to the US shores. And I think their performance has brought cricket to the US shores. That's the biggest
You
takeaway
know,
for me from this.
I'm just flooded with messages on some of the other groups that I'm on, and one of them tells me that the bowler who won it for the USA has a full-time job for a tech company called Oracle. He's got an MSc in CS from Cornell University as well. Cornell University. So this is speaking of what Siddharth was saying. Somebody is a Gujarati businessman, somebody is a full-time techie, somebody, as we were earlier speaking as well, would almost have been an under 19 winning captain with the Indian team. Unfortunately missed out on this team. Imagine what it would have been had he made it to this team. But some of these batters, yeah, that they have, but they look proper bats. It's not like, and I agree with what the captain
क्या
had
है
said.
आपकी
Fly.
टिप्पणी? What are your thoughts? What have you
No, I just
observed?
want to know from all of you who were the challengers in this game. Was it Pakistan or was it the US? The US played like a proper team, an adult team, and Pakistan were like a school team. I mean, the super over, yeah. When leave aside the result, the super over that Amir bowled, they were taking two buys. They were taking two buys, and Pakistan were timid. They were clueless. I mean, I won't be surprised if Pakistan actually now go out of the World Cup, even though there are permutations and combinations. If they beat Ireland and Ireland beats the US, and then Pakistan can, depending on the India result. But right now, Nikhil, I won't be surprised if Pakistan lose to Ireland as well. And the way US has played, US can actually beat Ireland as well. Right?
Yes.
Nothing more to add.
But and the only thing I will say, see, if you're a Pakistan fan, you should not be disappointed. If you're a Pakistan fan, you should be enthused with this performance because it takes certain performances like this for Pakistan to come alive.
No, how
After
many
this, only
TVs
they'll
will they
win.
bring?
Yeah, Pakistan
See,
for
they have to
Pakistan.
break a lot of
Not
TVs now after this
that
performance.
we remember in Australia, the way they made it to the semi-finals and then they played the finals. This Pakistan team is not even a patch on that Pakistan team and the earlier Pakistani team.
But
This,
this Pakistan team reached the finals.
not this one.
The last World Cup,
No.
only Hassan Khan and Mohammad Amir.
No. See, there lies the problem. The problem is Babar in Australia and Babar now. I mean, two ends of the spectrum, two different ends. And like I said, yeah, Nikhil, Pakistan can actually lose to Ireland. Come on, yaar, this is shocking.
As people who are in the Indian game, I don't Pakistan will be knocked out so soon. As I said, if you're a Pakistan fan, you must be used to all of this by now. Losing the first game, then really coming alive. So I guess. Oh, you can't
No,
hear us. You can't hear
they'll be
us.
breaking a
Yeah,
lot of.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a bit
there's some
loopy.
issue.
It's
Your
getting
voice is getting disrupted.
Okay. I'll leave it then if you can't hear me very well. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye.
See you,
Take care.
safe flight.
Bye, sir. All the best.
Bye. Yeah, so
But I think, yeah, this has been, I wouldn't really want to call this an upset. to be honest. The kind of form that USA have displayed during the World Cup and even before the World Cup, I think they have really stuck to their plans. And it may just be a cliche when I said that, they have, stuck to that process or followed the process, but I think it is true. That's what even, certain Aaron Jones was asked when he played that match winning knock against Canada, that we are not going to look at the opposition. We are just going to make sure that, we take it ball by ball and, uh, progress see that how much we can progress in the tournament. And that's what I think they're probably doing, because now what this win of USA against Pakistan has done is that it has actually opened the doors for possibly three teams finishing on three wins each. And that's where I think it could possibly be a case of the net run rate that might come into picture. And that's where I think big victories or maybe the big margin victories would be very crucial for any of the teams going forward. So I think, yeah, from here on, USA are definitely favorites to make the Super 8. But then what with Pakistan, I think one thing can be said is that Pakistan cricket, 1 minute up, next minute down. Anything is possible.
In
That
fact, I was listening to
that
the host.
cliche died 2 decades ago. It died 2 decades ago.
Arey, where are the smiles, yaar? Where are the smiles? Huh?
Trying to smile.
Try to smile? Why are you trying to smile? You should laugh, yaar.
Still not
What
recovered
has happened
fully
now?
yet.
Sorry?
Still not recovered fully. Still very, very weak.
Acha, acha, you
Still
still
the
That
fever
was
is.
I thought it was because of you two were stunned because of the match result. This, by the way, let me introduce you to Arun. Arun works dedicatedly to in our app team. Some of you have seen him in the past. He's busy slamming his keyboard right now. Dishing out all those lovely copies for you. A couple of stats that you can tell us. I believe it's the first time they've
Yeah, the
lost.
first time they have lost to a non-test playing nation.
So an
To an
associate nation.
yes, associate nation. Yes.
Yep,
But
that's the
I don't
first.
think we should
And
talk about stats these days because Pakistan, they can do anything. Yeah, matlab, uh, they are the team. I mean, before this, the T20 World Cup was not truly alive. We have to hand it to them. They do this every time. They did this the last time. India versus Pakistan felt
2022.
like a final. Then they did it with Zimbabwe, and
Yeah.
you can't rule out this team. You just can't. Even now, they can reach the Super 8 and then the semi-finals and so on.
Yes.
They're a mercurial team. Let's accept it.
See,
They are a very, very unpredictable and a mercurial team. You don't know which Pakistan turns up. I just got a message from somebody who works on the other side, of our office saying that Pakistan are a unique team. They can win against a team, but they can win against a minnow, but they can also lose to the same minnow 2 days later. And
it's
that's the case
becoming
with
very
them.
difficult. It will be very
You guys
difficult
carry
for them
on.
to
And
bounce
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
I wouldn't call the USA side a minnow. I'll tell you why. I was listening to the host broadcaster at the time of the toss. By the look of the wicket, this wicket isn't the same wicket. It's not like the wicket in New York. It's a pretty even wicket. It's a pretty flat wicket. It's a good wicket to bat on. But the US side still chose to bowl first. Everyone at the toss, all the experts were talking about the fact that batting first on this wicket could be useful. But what they did was that they knew Babar and Rizwan, any batsman for that matter, all over the world, has problems playing swing. So
Yes.
in the morning, it's the morning slot, 10:30 in there. They use the swing, they use the conditions. They were really good with their line and length. And that is what the US bowlers actually took advantage of. They restricted the Pakistan side to a very reasonable total and then came out to chase. Also, many teams, this game reminds me a lot of the game in the Asia Cup that India played against Hong Kong a few years back, where the game was really neck to neck. But Hong Kong did not get
2018,
to
2018 Asia Cup.
yeah. But Hong Kong wasn't able to go on to win that game. That's exactly what happens when you're an inexperienced side and you reach in such situations. But on this end, USA did not crumble at all. And Pakistan, I feel there is nobody else to blame apart from Pakistan. I can never understand the fact that they have someone like a Fakar Zama who is coming down at number 4. When you know on such a wicket, you need somebody to start with all guns blazing. You cannot open with a Babar and Rizwan and have a power. Today was the lowest score by Babar Azam in a T20 while batting in the power play. So you cannot have batting like this, and you cannot open in each game and give your team such a start. all when you have players like a Fakhar Zaman and Azam Khan, Iftikhar Ahmed down the order. Also, Shaheen Afridi came after Iftikhar Ahmed. I do understand that he even went on to hit three, a couple of boundaries. But after that, they got in a Haris Rauf. I still don't understand. Haris Rauf went on to play three balls. Naseem Shah, everyone knows, is capable of hitting the sixes. I still don't get why wasn't Naseem Shah there batting. Three balls, even 1 6, and the result could have changed. And these were very crucial points for the Pakistan side.
And
No,
I
I
think
mean,
one
Yeah,
of the
like I
points
must
that
say, you
I
know,
would like to
four
make here.
this
factors.
will
Four
this will
factors. Four
while
factors.
many
Number
will
one,
say, okay, go on, Siddharth.
the fact that Pakistan did not know what was their batting order when the super over came spoke of the panic,
Yes.
total panic. Now, the second major point, and it started with Pakistan's intent right from the very beginning. Babar Azam, 44 or 43. How on earth can that be justifiable in this era? He is solely responsible for the lack of intent. Babar Azam's strike rate was reminiscent of the 1990s ODI. He didn't play a T20 of 2010 also. I can give that much of liberty for that, but he was not even playing a 2010 T20. He was playing a 1990 ODI. 44 or
Yeah.
43. Pakistan were 30 runs under par because of this. The third factor, Mohammad Amir's super over. 7 wides. 10 runs came off the bat. And how many runs did Pakistan lose by in the super over? 6
6.
runs. How crucial were those wides? And I'm sorry, it is not the first time that Haris Rauf down the ground has been hurt a lot of times. Kohli goes down the ground, Kohli goes out of the ground in Melbourne, destroyed his death overs credentials. Aaron Jones, deep mid wicket, and Nitish Kumar over long off. Gone. Haris Rauf can't defend even 15 after what Amir had done in the previous over. And look at the field placements of Babar Azam. That
Yeah,
fade
exactly. I was waiting for you to actually get to this. I was about to
yeah,
mention Mohammad Amir here. You were talking about the super over Mohammad Amir actually bowled. Till the time the right-hander was on strike, he was really executing the plan well. As soon as the left-hander came, the wide started falling. I still feel there was too much lack of communication between Amir and Babar Azam. Babar Azam wanted to have different set of plans, whereas on the other hand, there was the Muhammad Amir had different plans in mind. I think that is where again, like I mentioned in the previous live, also each one of the player in the Pakistani side on his day is a match winner. But the problem is, as soon as they come together, there is where the problem comes. And I've been following Pakistan cricket for a while from behind. It wasn't this opening pair that was supposed to open in this World Cup. It was actually Saim Ayub who was opening the innings.
Yes.
There was so much
Yes.
pressure on Saim Ayub to actually go out there and perform, all because of the fact that Babar was opening with him. So he had to play the aggressor's role. They ended up dropping him, and they again came back to their so-called OG opening pair, that is Rizwan and Babar. And this is exactly what you're going to get.
You know, but
Exactly.
one thing, while it will be looked at Pakistan shooting themselves in the foot on multiple occasions, we have to give a lot at that. I mean, credit to the USA, because this is a nation that was only 29 T20Is old coming into this coming to this T20I. 29. Now, what is that? Even, I was looking at those 29 T20Is as well that they played. There were a couple of nations either I struggled to pronounce, or I was looking on the map where they are. Bulk of the nations that they've played in those 29 matches are either against Canada or against Ireland, and a
African
couple of
nations.
them here and there against the Dutch. Bangladesh were the other team that they played, and probably the only full member, nation that they played, barring an Ireland in those 29 test matches that they've T20s that they played going into this match. For them to take this match into the super over, number two, then hold on to their nerve. We've seen that time and time again. Even those with bucket loads of experience under their belt struggle to do that. To get a Mohammad Amir to bowl all those wides, to be able to hold your nerve and not get whacked for two boundaries in the last two deliveries. Also, a lot of a lot over there coming from from the USA bowlers, from the USA think tank, let's say in terms of conditioning the players to be able to hold on to their nerve in these crunch moments. And that's where I think a lot of credit is due to the USA over here. They had the right field placement as well for the last ball. Remember, it went not for a boundary, but it went straight down to the fielder. The bowler also executed the plan to perfection. So, at a time where you see those with international experience struggle in such crunch moments, you were up against a team which, in totality, would have played the amount of test matches that this whole team, wouldn't have, played even half of, for that matter. So,
Yeah.
for this team to achieve what it has achieved today, it is a lot of credit to the United States of America. And they've done, as Nikhil said, they've done exactly what you needed in order to promote the game in the United States. Nothing better. And I remember very well when those last couple of balls were being bowled, I heard loud chants of USA, USA, USA over there, which was very good and very heartwarming to see as well.
I mean,
Yeah,
this is a reminder of 2007 when Ireland beat Pakistan in the 2007 ODI World Cup that propelled Ireland to the world stage. Now,
yeah,
imagine this USA team. They managed to. They're not top of the group. Let us not distract ourselves from the fact that they are on top of the group in Group A. Now, Group A is actually now considered the group of death if you look at it,
exactly.
because
Like, that is
you
because
know
of what Pakistan have done. See, said that's C and D are anyway going to be more tougher groups. There is a New Zealand, Afghanistan in the same group. There is a Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, in the same group along with Bangladesh. So that's definitely a tougher group.
anyway, see,
This
looking at the
this
current
by
form,
Pakistan's construct is made to look like a group of death.
that's what this has suddenly become, because on current form, a Bangladesh is not going to challenge. Okay, a Bangladesh is not going to challenge Sri Lanka or South Africa on current form. A Netherlands, let us be honest, sure, they had their moments in 2022. They have beaten South Africa twice in 2022 and 2023. But I think South Africa can get the better of. Okay, it is a tricky group, let me admit. Here, what has happened is, if Pakistan's morale is not going to get any better because they're facing India in New York 2 days later, it's not that much of a turnaround time also for them. Now, if they lose that, they are all but eliminated, because see, they can beat Canada, they can beat Ireland also. But even India would have gone undefeated, USA will also go undefeated. So this is where Pakistan are going to suffer what India suffered in 2021 and in 2007 also. They are playing catch up at this point in time.
No, but
Pakistan.
I, very honestly speaking, even though USA has ended up, even though Pakistan has lost to the US side, I would still not rule them out when they come up against
By
India.
the way,
Yeah,
a quick stat here for the three of you and for everyone joining us right now. And it comes courtesy our dear friend Arun, who was with us right now a short while back. He tells me that the USA cumulatively, the 11 that you saw today, cumulatively don't have the haven't played as many T20 as the number of 50s that Babar Azam has scored in the format. He scored 36 50s in
yes.
the format. Here we
Yep.
were talking about a team that has a cumulative 29 T20 as under their belt going into
Yeah.
this fight. Now 30 in retrospect.
Yes. Babar
I
Azam
think
has
And I think
there are
that's
like,
exactly why someone like a Babar Azam wants to open in this side, because he knows as soon as he is pushed down the order, his place would not be guaranteed in the side. And same goes for Rizwan. And that is the reason why some youngsters like Saim Ayub or Azam Khan for that matter are not able to cement their place in the side. Because people like Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan are always ready for that slot, because they know that that's the best place for them to score runs and then actually just move out of the situation and blame everything on the bowlers. What they do after every loss.
I
look.
think in
The
a
problem
nutshell,
with Babar Azam.
if I have to sum up the talking points or the major talking points that led to USA pulling off this win or even Pakistan going down, then I'll start with, first of all, I think USA striking well in the power play and making sure that Pakistan were on the back foot right from the word go. Then secondly, I think Pakistan obviously did well to finish on a good note, maybe around 160 odd. That was the final score. But that's where I think um, I think USA during their batting, they batted with complete intent. There was no pressure. There was no mindset of fear of failure. What if we are not able to chase this, or what if we are not able to get to the target? So one of the things that I really liked was that they were very calm and composed while chasing. Secondly, thirdly, I think Pakistan obviously did well to with their cutters and the variations with Haris Rauf, Mohammad Amir, striking when needed. But then what I think really did not help Pakistan's cause was that they weren't able to strike at regular intervals, and that's why 15 of the final over was very much gettable. It just one run here and there, and we wouldn't have required the super over also. So that's where I think USA did well to. They basically did well to make sure that they do not lose too many wickets. And specifically in the super over, one thing that I did not really, I was very surprised to see was that Mohammad Amir losing his cool. See, I think he's a seasoned player, and that's when I think I'll just put things into perspective here, and that's when when he was actually losing his cool, someone from the team should have come up to him to just calm him down. Something that basically happened with a certain Saurabh Netravalkar when he bowled a wide, and the keeper came up to him to have a chat with him. Corey Anderson came up to him to have a chat with him to just make sure that he can ease his nerves and just go about his business in a very calm and composed way. That is something that was missing in Pakistan lineup. That even when a bowler was getting hit for a boundary, Babar Azam was very much animated. And I think these are the things that really matter from every team's perspective. No matter you are a minnow, no matter you are a test playing
No,
nation,
no. Is it
what basically
Darshan,
matters.
we have to remember here, we need to remember here that Mohammad Amir is the same person who was earlier dropped and taken out of the setup of the Pakistan cricket team by Babar Azam himself. The only reason somebody like Mohammad Amir and on the same place Imad Wasim too have come back on the side is on the basis of the form. Firstly, they had in the PSL, and also their Mohsin Naqvi, he wanted players with such impact also. Babar Azam was removed from the captaincy. Shaheen Shah Afridi was the captain. Babar Azam came back to the captaincy, and he had to get players like Imad Wasim and Mohammad Amir back into the side, because this time there was certainly more pressure as compared to the previous times by Mohsin Naqvi to actually get them back. But again, if we listen to the journalists back in Pakistan, things aren't too well between somebody like a Mohammad Amir and Babar Azam. Same on the and somebody like a Imad Wasim and Babar Azam also. So I
Yeah,
think
look?
that's
absolutely.
why he lost his cool, because firstly things weren't going according to him. There is lack of communication, and with such a thing, the only way you can actually win a game is with individual excellence.
Now
For
see,
individual excellence, you need the right mindset. For the right mindset, you need the right atmosphere. When that is missing, then you cannot actually go on to win a game.
See, but
it can't happen in
there's nothing
Pakistan.
new about it. There is nothing new about it. In the Asia Cup, also there was similar chatter that things aren't hunky dory between Babar Azam and another player who then went on to become the captain. Then there were reports of the same company managing the players and this and that. There was conflict of interest and la li la da di da. So many things. When is it that Pakistan go into a big tournament, without there being any off the field controversy? If not this, there is always a constant perennial musical chairs happening as far as their board is concerned. There was a different president in the last tournament that they played. There'll be probably a different one for everything as far as the Champions Trophy 2025 is concerned. So they
See,
are used to playing with all of this. They are used to playing with all of this. They are a maverick nation when it comes to all of it, and a team. I'm referring to over here. And you still, by the way, it's the same team that can dig burrows for itself, but also at the same time somehow wriggle out of those burrows as well. Let's not forget, they've done that in the past as well, when nobody gave them a chance. They put themselves in a position that they ended up playing the final last time around as well. So there was Kudrat ka Nizam and this and that Nizam also almost just happened as well. So that's about Pakistan. Nothing new over there. And
we
very
are
quickly
giving.
now,
And we should
la-
also remember the last time they lost to a minnow nation, they ended up playing the final of
Again,
the
before
tournament also.
before we come to the comments, okay? Before we come to the comments, we are reading too much into Pakistan. We are reading too much into it. Why? the number of selectors and the number of the chairmen that have been changed in Pakistan in the past 2 years can easily make a squad of 15 on their own. Such has been the nature of the changes that have happened in Pakistan cricket behind the scenes. Heading into this World Cup, there was chaos all the time because Babar took over. Shaheen got just one series and he was sacked. Okay, this team has got three liabilities. And those three liabilities are the same individuals who will pull the team down. Two in the batting, one is in the leg spinning department. Shadab.
Shadab.
Shadab for
No, no, no,
months
no, no.
and
I don't. I
months
don't.
now, he's been inconsistent. Today,
But
3 overs
Shadab
of
also gives that all-rounding
Okay,
option to the side with the
one thing,
bat.
because one second. You guys intend to take comments after this because I've got more work to do over here. So
Okay,
I'll
we'll.
probably leave.
Yeah, you
I'll
can
probably
leave and
leave.
then
You can
take the
take the
comments.
conversation forward. Take the comments as well. I've got some other work
Sure.
to wrap up as well. So you guys
We'll wrap it up
take
in 10
the
minutes.
chat forward. Huh?
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, all the hype about Shadab, the all-rounder, it's not both. He didn't contribute to the bat, he didn't contribute to the spin bowling department. And spin bowling department, he's been woeful for the past 7 months.
No, Shadab did score 40 of 25 even today.
But
He's
he didn't
talking. He's
deliver
talking
with the
from
wing.
bowling perspective.
Yeah, as a bowler, I do agree. Yeah, he's been. Yeah.
That is the problem. So that is why. Now, second, Babar and Rizwan, they are not modern T20 batters by any stretch
Not
of
at
the
all.
imagination.
Not at all.
And unlike a Virat Kohli, Babar can't adjust. He can't change his template. A Kohli can change his template, but a Babar just can't. It's beyond his capability to do it. And that is why this is a problem. And that is why Babar Azam, his strike rate today is the prime reason why Pakistan, you all think, oh, they may make the final, they may do all these things. No. This Pakistan team is besodden with so much of chaos and problems that they can't make it. It is a repeat of 2007 all over again.
I think one of the points that I think, like I think Siddharth also very well mentioned, that we are reading too much into Pakistan. Or we are probably pinpointing Pakistan's mistakes or their performance too much, that we're probably missing the point here is that USA played complete cricket, and that's
Yeah.
why they
Definitely,
went on to
definitely.
win this match.
Right since
I
the
think
words, right since the
you know
toss.
absolutely, and there are many things that we have always talked about in cricket, following the process, doing the basics right, or something. There are n number of statements, but what I'm telling you and what I'm telling our viewers here is that if anyone missed the USA versus Pakistan match, I would highly recommend them to watch the highlights, and you will probably understand that the cliches that we more often use or the players use in the press conferences, those were the cliches that USA literally followed, and that's why they sealed their second consecutive win in the T20 World Cup. That's
Yep.
just happened.
They're
They did
top of the
nothing. They did nothing fancy. Only thing that helped their cause in this match was Pakistan not keeping their cool and basically making sure that the experience that they have recalled back into their squad, I think that in a way led to their downfall, because that same experienced campaigner could not keep his cool. He really needed someone to, just put a hand on his shoulder and tell him it's okay, just focus on the next ball, leave what has happened on this ball. I think that did not happen. The clear case of lack of communication, as Shashwat had pointed a few minutes back. So I think one of the before we I think just take the comments in a nutshell, that I would like to say is that the Group A is wide open. There is a very good chance that there are three teams can actually finish on 3 wins each, which might bring the net run rate into picture, and that's why it's very important for the teams that you all like that they finish with as many wins as they can with a big margin, so that net run rate does not impact them. The same thing happened with South Africa way back in 2021 T20 World Cup, wherein they won 4 out of the 5 matches, yet they could not progress to the semifinals.
because of
So
one
this
bad
is,
loss.
yeah, this is where even it wasn't really a bad loss. It was a very tight match. Australia needed 120, 125 odd, and it really went down to the last over. It
No,
was just a case.
that
They
loss was
basically,
bad enough for them that they couldn't win. They couldn't
yeah,
get through.
and one of the other factors that also led to their South Africa not qualifying for the semis was that they did bundle out Bangladesh for around 80 or 85 odd, but they did not, but they weren't able to chase their target, in those lesser number of overs. They actually took around 12, 13 overs to chase that, and that's where I think they also could not gather those useful points, or the useful points that could have
Yeah.
contributed to their net run rate. So that's where I think there are three teams in this group that can that have a good chance of finishing on 3 wins each, and big victories are required, big margin victories are required. But for USA, I think their net run rate is good. All they need is one solid victory, either against India or against Ireland, and they will be through to their first ever Super 8 in T20 World Cup.
Which is looking much more positive at this point in time. Now, Praneet
Yeah, let's take
Prathasan,
some comments.
yeah, US defeated Bangladesh and now Pakistan. We have impressed a lot. Yeah, they have impressed a lot indeed. There you are saying India and USA qualifying for Super 8 now. For the moment, it seems to be.
Yeah.
And Karthik K is saying red, white, blue strong. Part-time cricketers beat full-time team. Well, with Pakistan, that's what they do. They can give these kind of things and ensure that the T20 World Cup is a big boost in itself. Now, Mayank Madan, how you guys are not in the studio, man, not covering the event. Mayank Madan, please, honestly, we only came through because USA did an upset. Otherwise, a Pakistan USA game, enough said. Need a proper bashing, which I have done on the Baber's strike rate. That's what we have done. And Asad Usman is saying Babar should get the Ballon d'Or for his knock. What a knock. Classical king. In the dressing room, Babar will say, guys, my own soul is my most faithful friend.
And
Yeah.
I also feel that Pakistan from here cannot make a turnaround is that what Vikrant sir also mentioned during the live, that the Babar Azam and the Pakistan side in 2022 and the Babar Azam Pakistan side in 2024, they are really two different sides all in all. They were coming on the back of the 2021 World Cup also when they came into the 2022 World Cup, and they actually had a really good run, and they were actually one of the favorites for the tournament when they lost to Australia in the semi-final. And then in 2022, losing to India, losing to Zimbabwe, and then ended up playing the final. That was a truly good, very good time where Babar, I think, was on his peak at that point. At this point, I don't think it's going to be really difficult for them to turn around because there's a lot going on in there.
Yep. Bunch of coders beat Pakistan today, Fit Monk is saying. But no, they are not a bunch of coders here. I mean, see, one is an engineer, there is another expat from New Zealand, there is an Antigua Barbudan. See, they are a lot of former engineers also, but they also are proper cricketers. Netrawalkar, Saurabh Netrawalkar was part of the Mumbai Ranji team once.
Yeah.
So that is why they are not bunch of coders, if you may have to look at it. So Siddharth is saying all anguish of India draw of Kuwait is vanished by USA cricket. Yeah, I mean, we didn't expect much from them, but yeah, last game for the legend Sunil Chetri, which was indeed very, very emotional. Abhay Chauhan, Babar was 3 of 13 at the end of power play in this match. 3 of 13. This is abominable. This is abominable, and that is why Babar Azam is really, really a liability when you look at his batting in T20I cricket. He may have the numbers, but he just doesn't have the modern day batting style that is there in T20 cricket. Okay, Bala Krishnamurthy is saying, don't be surprised if PAK makes it to the semis. They have done it before.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's possible. It's very much possible. The
So, but I
thing I
don't.
think will one of the main points where that can probably lead to Pakistan not qualifying for Super 8 is the match against India, because if they lose that, then it will be very tough for them to qualify. Because the kind of form that USA are in, they are definitely favorites to get the better of either India or Ireland. Who knows? Both. I might just anger the Indian fans here, but it's anything is possible. I've maintained this point from the beginning of the lives that we have done for T20 World Cup. It's a crazy format. Anything can
Yeah.
happen. And once again, the prediction that I made when we discussed our top four, that there will be some surprises. Papua New Guinea came very close to, I think, defeating West Indies. They took them to the last over. Then there was, I think, obviously South Africa. They hammered Sri Lanka. But then once again, you look at this. Even Oman did well to make sure that Australia had to really fight for their runs. But yeah, they did. They didn't really come close to pulling off an upset. But then you look at this match. I think I'm not surprised. It's just proper cricket that USA have played, and they are the deserved winners.
Yeah.
So Asad Usman, fielding was next level as well. They're taking 2 runs from the cover and 2 runs from wicketkeeper hands. Yes. What was Rizwan doing? What was Mohammad Amir doing? I mean, the wides, 7 wides, that will hurt them really badly. 7 wides. Had they not bowled those wides, they would have won the game, Pakistan.
Yeah,
So, and
absolutely.
Kiran is saying Shaheen should
Yeah,
have bowled.
I was yeah.
I agree. Why Amir? But Amir had
Exactly.
put a better over. If you look at the sequence, Shaheen had conceded 7 or 8 runs. Amir conceded just 5 runs. If you look at it, then
Yeah,
Haris
yeah,
Rauf
yeah.
tried to ensure that okay, the match went into a super over. So that's why I think Shaheen could have been a better thing. Or why not a Naseem? Why wasn't a Naseem tried out?
I think Pakistan needs some variation in their bowling. Like, I see no reason why Abrar Ahmed should not be included. There's no reason. Any which ways, you're not going to lose anything big if you include Abrar Ahmed in your playing 11. See, one thing that I have at least understood by covering cricket in these many years is that freshness does more good than harm. Best example,
Exactly.
India winning 2007 T20 World Cup with a very, very fresh squad. And even, many teams have brought in those young players who have gone on to do well for them and even, lifted trophies. So that's where I feel there need to be, some kind of freshness. There need to be some kind of fresh faces. Abrar Ahmed brings that mystery with him. And who knows that, he could very well be Pakistan's match winner. Either he'll fail or he'll probably do wonders for them. So why not just, take a punt on him?
Yep.
And not
So the
just
last
Abrar Ahmed,
comment.
talking about freshness, I feel even Saim Ayub, if they really want to make a statement in this World Cup, come back as Saim Ayub, I feel is a must, especially because of the form he has. He also gives the option of leg spin. He's a really good leg spinner if we talk about that also. And, no, and Abrar is also there. Imad would be coming back in the India game. And for the fans, I feel the Pakistani fans are equally as passionate as Indian fans. For them, it's really sad that their team is making a mockery out of their cricket. And this is no way. People are being so selfish. If somebody needs to maintain their place in the side, this is not the way you should do. And USA, on the other hand, have been very clinical. I think when we talk about the fact, what you people also mentioned again and again, following the process since the first, they were really clear about what they had to do. They knew what their plan was since the first ball they bowled. Beat the toss. Everyone was talking about the toss. I was listening to Piyush Tavla. He was saying that batting first should have been the right decision here. But they knew that bowling first would put the pressure on the Pakistani side because it was a pretty good batting side, batting wicket, and the swing they took advantage of the swing early on also. So it was a really clinical performance by USA. It's all in all, it's really good for international cricket also. Even if they do not make it to the Super 8s from here, still we know that there's a team emerging.
They
Yep.
have arrived. Yeah. I
Siddharth
think
is
let's
like,
just take the last comment of the day, Siddharth.
yeah. Batting, bowling, keeper side. When will Pakistan start taking fielding catches and slip, etc. seriously? They are by all means a superpower of sport. I mean, Siddharth, ever since creation, Pakistan have never caught one. It's a stat that stands the true test of time that Pakistan just can't take catches. Try whatever they might. There is something inherent in their DNA that doesn't allow them to take catches. That's the thing.
The
So I
ground
can't.
fielding, in fact, at points was good in the circle. I think Iftikhar is somebody who is a really good point fielder, but then you are having him in slip, he's dropping catches over there, then you're
Yeah,
shifting him. They have no plan of action. They don't know what to do with what resources they have, how to use them, and they
yeah.
seriously need to make really some big changes moving
But
on.
what a horror start for Gary Kirsten. Guru Gary went for the England tour, didn't win a single game there, lost 2-0. Here, he's lost to the USA. And that's why I can't take that comment by Priyanshu. Sorry. It's a simple thing. IYK, YK. If you get the hint, you get the hint. Let's hope that he remains safe indeed. So, yes, Piyush understood. I told you before World Cup start, India and Ireland qualifying from Group A. Well, I think more often like India and USA are mostly qualifying. Let's see. At this point in time, that means USA Ireland is a virtual knockout.
Yeah,
It could
and
happen if Pakistan lose to India, then USA Ireland is a potential knockout.
Yes.
this is
Provided
the
Ireland
same,
doesn't beat Pakistan.
and this is the same USA side who do not even have somebody like an Unmukh Chand in their squad, who
Yeah,
wasn't able to make the cut. Somebody like a Milind Kumar, who also comes from India, shifted there to play cricket, is not in the 11. So we
yep,
should. I am pretty sure that that bench strength is also not poor.
Yeah, yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. So this game is done. The first major upset of the T20 World Cup has happened with Pakistan losing in the Super Over to the USA. We are building up to India versus Pakistan, but okay, the tournament may have come alive, but this result has ensured that there is not much to look forward to in the India Pakistan game because only two thrillers you've had in 17 years when you look at the T20 World Cup between India and
No,
Pakistan.
I would still be. I wouldn't read too much into this game when we talk about the India Pakistan game, because again the conditions are going to be totally different there. Pakistan bowling, there was not much help for bowlers as such over here. There suddenly when these bowlers who are looking really weak as of now on the New York wicket could totally look like different fast bowlers. So I would still be looking forward for that game.
Sure, the fast bowlers, but then the batters, they couldn't
Batting,
make
yeah,
use
batting is a problem for them in any condition.
they couldn't make use of rather good conditions in Dallas. How on earth
Yeah,
are they going to make tough conditions to their advantage?
New
That's
York.
why that's going to be a really big situation. So we are. This game is done. There's Namibia versus Scotland that's currently happening at this point in time. Let's see how that game shapes up. But apart from that, let's see. Tomorrow, I don't think there is any major game, right? Tomorrow is
There's just one game. I think it's Canada versus Ireland.
Canada versus Ireland. Ah, okay. So there is Canada, Ireland. There is then from 6 a.m.
New
onwards,
Zealand play Afghanistan tomorrow.
Yeah, but they are
there
playing
is
early morning. Yeah.
early
Yeah.
morning, 5 a.m. and the 6 a.m. is Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and then you've got England, Australia also. That's going to happen. So, oh, today
Yeah.
is Thursday or it's Friday?
It's Friday. Friday has begun.
Friday's just started.
Friday has just started. Oh, I've just lost track of time because of these US time zones here. Okay,
Everyone was
so
concerned about your health, Sidvi sir. Please just give them an update.
well, I am okay at this point in time. I'm still recovering. I'll be back tomorrow. This T20 World Cup doesn't allow you to fall ill for a long period of time. Thank you so much for the scheduling bit. And
Siddharth,
with all the other
breaking
people who are
breaking
there,
news. Breaking news: Siddharth Vishwanathan to play for Sports Today despite injury.
despite illness, not injury. So
I
see
was
you
talking it from a player's perspective.
no, players can also play with illness also.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So subscribe to Sports Today, folks, for all the latest news and analysis. And we are nearing the 400K mark, folks. Show us some love there. From me, Shashwat, Harshid, Nikhil, Vikrant sir, Sid Gulati, it's a good night. See you in the morning. We'll be back with a lot more updates. Bye bye.
yeah.